What's going on, family? Hope you made it through Hump Day. I'm your gracious host, Dr. Juice, and you are joining us for a live morning session here at Urban Matters Black Media Group. And we're going to give you a little bit of black media today on this 19th of September, 2024. And you guys see it. You see the title in the video. Is P-Diddy in trouble or not? And we're going to also talk about Grady Judd, here the local sheriff, Grady Judd. Is Grady Judd the greatest of all time? Is Grady Judd the GOAT or not? Stay tuned. Here we go. All right. I am your gracious, most illustrious host, Dr. Juice. Thanks for joining us today. So we got a little stuff to talk about. We got a little bit of Grady Judd stuff. We're going to talk about Puff Daddy, P-Diddy, or Sean Combs, or whatever name he wants to go by. But is P-Diddy in trouble? And let me send out let me do some housekeeping real quick, family. Making sure we get the family tuned in here. Let me send out a couple of house notes. Let everybody know that we're live on Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and also TikTok. I've been kind of rocking down with that TikTok a little bit, man. I've been kind of rocking with that TikTok a little bit, bro. I like TikTok. I was kind of against it at first, that TikTok channel. But I'm telling you, man, that TikTok thing is hot, man. I'm telling you, man. So, yeah, man, y'all excuse my background today. Make sure I'm coming through live, man. I want to make sure that you guys are getting the signal, man. I hope I'm not looking all janky and stuff. Y'all bear with me, too. I'm still having my coffee this morning. Make sure we coming through clearly, man, because Facebook and all these guys can get janky sometime. Let me make sure I'm coming. Let me know if I'm coming through. Y'all let me know if I'm lagging or anything, because sometimes it takes that internet a little bit of time to wake up in the morning. Sometimes, So hey, y'all just let me know if I'm coming through. But we finna chop up a little bit of game this morning, because I didn't finish my broadcast yesterday when I was heading out to some projects I had to hit the highway about. But I was talking about Sean Combs, P-Diddy, and I know all y'all been seeing what's going on with this thing, man. And I saw a newscast come out where they had his lawyer, and his lawyer was saying that he didn't understand why they didn't want to. Sean Combs tried to turn himself in. P. Diddy tried to turn himself in, but they wouldn't let him turn himself in. And then as soon as he walked off, like 2-3 days later, they went and arrested him. Now, I know for a fact this is what the dominant society likes to do. A lot of times they want to try to they call it the perp walk. And the perp walk is where they take you and display you in front of public just to shame you. And so, powerful black man like Puff Daddy, he does have a lot of power. And, some kind of, the white dominant society, they get a little butthurt about that when a lot of black men have power and they display their power. And then as soon as they get the first opportunity to give you that perp walk, oh man, they're gonna exploit you. They're gonna make you look bad in front of your people and, hear it, this and that. So let me finish sending A couple of shots out to my Urban Matters family. Make sure we got the scream going out. And listen, come join me, man. If you're in the chat section, please come join me. Send an invite or anything you want to do. And all my ghost watchers out there, thank you. Thank you. I don't know where I would be without my ghost watchers. Y'all know what those ghost watchers are, right? Those are the people that watch you, but they don't want you to know that they're watching you. So they kind of watch it like in a ghostly position. They try to seem as if, they're not interested in your network. But that's okay. We're gonna get them used to it because nobody's doing this, man. Just keep it a buck 100. Nobody's really putting out a lot of different media, a lot of different information, a lot of different topics and subject matter that's going on in our communities, that's helping our communities. I'm going to governmental meetings. I'm putting government information out. I'm putting pop culture out. Like this is a pop culture subject today. Also, this is also a local news type segment today that I'm doing about Grady Judd. I don't know if y'all seen that, man. Grady Judd, man, is the plug. This dude arrested like 145 gang members. I heard with all these guys combined, Grady Judd put at least 2,000 something charges on these dudes. And so a lot of them, I told you, a lot of times they'll try to lump us all together as one big Negro, but a lot of them guys are black immigrants. They're not like black Americans. They're not like us. They're not like us. So sometimes when you see a black face, they automatically make it look bad on the black community, the original black community of these foundational black Americans of this country. And no, it's a lot of people coming here, like Latino immigrants. A lot of them coming here and they starting a lot of crap, man. They doing a lot of gangs. They got a lot of crime going on. Listen, family, that's why I tote that tool around. You're not gonna harm my family. I'm telling you. I carry a couple of tools on me, and I will use them. And I'm pretty good at them. I'm a pretty handy guy when it comes to those tools. So I know how to put those tools together and make something happen. So I just wanted to put that out there, man. I'm just sending out a couple of more invites. Y'all bear with me, and we're gonna get the show started. Thank you again for joining me at Urban Matters Black Media Group. Thank you again. I'm just doing my thing, man. Listen, hey, I'm my own boss, man. I know a lot of times y'all were like, dang, man, Juice got a lot of time. He be online. That's because I'm my own boss. I can take a day off if I want to. I can start the day late if I want to. I can start tomorrow if I want to. I could have worked all week. I could work 24 hours a day. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to work just 8 hours. Sometimes I work 12, 15-hour days, man. 2-3 days straight. And, go and get it out the way. So when I get toward the weekend, I can do my own thing because I'm my own boss. And I know that sounds like I'm being conceited and I'm bragging. No, man, you should try it. It's really beautiful. Who said that you have to go to a job, right? And then you can't, when you get off from that job, you can't go to your own job. It's just like working 2 and 3 jobs. And still, I got like 2 or 3 businesses that I run. So it's still that I have 2 and 3 jobs, but they're just my jobs. I create the jobs. I'm a job creator. That's what I do. Yeah, man. I found out about this world a long time ago, man. It just so happened that the universe, I work for a company, a delivery company. I know who it is. And I worked for them guys like 20 years. And so when I retired, I was too young to get my retirement. So I have to, find other ways of getting income. And so I set up my own business. Everybody know I set a limousine service up, and I had my own black car service and limousines. And that's what I did. I was a professional chauffeur. I mean, I was a driver. I was working for a delivery company, so I was a hell of a driver. So I just kept it going. I said, you know what? I like driving, man, and I love it. And so when I was younger, when I first started at this delivery company, my sister had a limousine service. And so I used to be a chauffeur, and I met a lot of people, made a lot of connections, did a lot of networking, and a lot of people I still know. So I just reached out to them people, maybe 10, 15 years later, and I created my own business after that. And I had my own limousine black car service. So this is called Black Pearls Luxury Transportation. So yeah, man. Hey, I did some things in my life, and I did some things that I'm proud of, and I did some things that I'm not proud of. But as we all know, life goes on. So I'm just sending out a couple of more invites, man. Let me get some people into the building. See if I can get some more people in the building. We're talking about Grady Judd today, man. Grady Judd is the GOAT. Or is he not the GOAT? I don't know. I like Grady, man. I like Grady. Listen, man, white folks gonna be white folks, man. I don't know why y'all get a bug in y'all ass. You know, if you not gonna stand up and be a man and be a woman in your community, why talk noise? Why worry about who racist and who not racist? Listen, racism is a system, bro. There's nothing you could do about it. It's a system. It's not a person. It's just a system with people that participate in that system. Yeah, systematic racism and white supremacy, it's a religion. It's just like you going to church. These people practice their religion every day. Just like you go to church, you practice your religion every day. You know, even though you're not in church, you still practice your religion. And so that's what I look like. To me, racism is economic oppression. That's what it is. And when you get your bag right, you lessen the effect of being victimized by that system of white supremacy or racism. So if you get your bag right, hey, you don't have to worry about racism. And I know everybody think these certain political parties are going to be able to deliver us from racism, civil rights. Listen, man, we've been fighting for civil rights over, 60 years now? It'll be 70 years before you know it, man. Trust me, bro. It's just a Jedi mind trick. It's all in your mind. And these people say, oh, look, they'll dangle this boogeyman syndrome in front of you. Hey, you better come vote for us. If not, the boogeyman gonna get you if you don't come vote for us. And yet and still, you still wind up with nothing. So listen, we're talking about Puff Daddy today. Let me play this quick clip of Puff, some news about the Puff Daddy indictment. I hate calling that joker Puff Daddy. I'm gonna just call him Sean Combs. All right, how about that? Mr. Combs. Mr. Combs. And so I'm gonna let y'all hear this, man. And it's not looking good for my mans. I gotta admit, it's not looking good for my mans. Let's see here. We got it right here. Let's see. I think this is the one right here. Let me check. Yeah, I think this is it right here. Y'all stay tuned. I'll be back. Here we go. And y'all let me know if y'all can hear it, man. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear the clip. Here we go.
The main charges.
States is trying to go at Puff. Stay tuned.
Get a press that, but let's go it on and just kind of
A little connection issues, but let's see what we got.
New York. Today I'm announcing the sealing of a indictment alleges that between protect his reputation and conceal his conduct as alleged to carry out criminal activity, including sex trafficking, forced labor, kidnapping, arson, bribery, and the obstruction of justice. Exploited women and other people for years and in a variety of ways. As alleged, Combs used force, threats of force, and coercion to cause victims to engage in extended sexual performances with male commercial sex workers, some of whom he transported or caused to be transported over state lines. Combs allegedly planned and controlled the sex performances, which he called freak-offs, and he often electronically recorded them. The freak-offs sometimes lasted days at a time, involved multiple commercial
Let's see what we have in our chat section. And this is just not Facebook. This is the internet. Poor internet. It's sad. It really is. Top of the morning to you, bro. What's going on, Mr. Casey? Square boy. You a square, Casey. Let's see. I'm trying to see what we got. Let's see if we can continue this, y'all.
So that they would participate in the freak-offs. And that Combs hit,
Yes.
that used the business arson, bribery, and the obstruction of justice. Let me say a little bit more about Gaiman alleges that Combs abused and exploited women and other people for years. And in a variety, as alleged, Combs used force, threats of force, and coercion to cause victims to engage in extended sexual performances with male commercial sex workers, some of whom he transported or caused to be transported over state lines. Combs allegedly planned and controlled the sex performances, which he called freak-offs, and he often electronically recorded them. The freak-offs sometimes lasted days at a time, involved multiple commercial sex workers, and often involved a variety of narcotics, such as ketamine, ecstasy, and GHB, which Combs distributed to the victims to keep them obedient and compliant. As alleged, when Combs didn't get his way, he was violent, and he subjected victims to physical, emotional, and verbal abuse so that they would participate in the freak-offs, and that Combs hit, kicked, threw objects at, and dragged victims, at times by their hair. On one occasion in March of 2016, that conduct was captured on video and later reported in the media. Specifically, Combs kicked, dragged, and threw a vase at a victim in a Los Angeles hotel when the victim was attempting to flee.
Now, if y'all don't remember that.
Hey, there it is. Puff Daddy, the diddler, P-Diddy. Man, he's gonna have some trouble coming his way. But this is what happens when that industry gets tired of you and they've used you up and they've got you to do all of their bidding. They just throw you away like a rag doll. And they say that P. Diddy tried to turn himself in New York, but let's just keep it 100, right? He has charges in Miami too, because they raided his Miami home. So when they raided his Miami home, he had charges down there as well. So what happened was that in Florida they collected some AKs, some AR guns, and some of the, if that's, now he defaced the serial number on that. So that may be what he may catch charges for in Florida, for trying to, maybe the weapons were stolen, whatever. But it is not illegal to own an AR or an AK-47 in Florida. So, I mean, and he had the 100-round drums. He had, I mean, they say he had so much ammunition. So what I think Puff was doing, P. Diddy was keeping his weapons down here in Florida at his Florida mansion, and the one in California, he wasn't really holding any guns in there. And if anybody not familiar with this whole story, what's going on? The FBI raided those mansions because they were looking for those pictures. So allegedly, Sean Combs would have these freak off parties, right? And so he would invite I heard they're going to be indicting some more people too. I think Cassie came out and said something about Sean Combs, P. Diddy, and Aaron Hall. Now, this is allegedly. Aaron Hall may have some charges coming his way if they can find Aaron Hall. I haven't seen Aaron Hall in ages, man, but it's a lot of superstars and entertainers and music industry. It's probably going to get wrapped up in it. I seen something with Tracy Ellis Ross and Sean Combs. They were at a party, so she's attended a lot of these parties. Basically, they're trying to make P. Diddy look like the Epstein of, for black people, the black Epstein, basically this freaky guy. He likes to participate in all these freaky sex parties and just freaky nature. So I don't think any younger folks Puff Daddy was allowing into these parties. So I heard that going around a lot, like P. Diddy was sexually abusing kids. No, that's he. I don't think they have any charges on him for that. But a lot of his charges are sex trafficking, drug trafficking, and they have him on a lot of different charges like that, drug trafficking and whatnot. So yeah, P. Diddy is in trouble. And y'all know that one girl, what's her name? The one girl, what's her name? God, I can't think of the name. Her name, what is her name? She been calling P. Diddy out. And I don't know if y'all remember was it Bum B and my man's, what's his name? Let me see if I can look it up. He was telling us way back then, and something happened to that dude. He's a rap artist out of I think Texas, out of somewhere. He was saying something about what is his name? Pimp C. Pimp C. That's his name. Pimp C on Puffy and them getting their backside blowed out. Let me see if I can pull that up real quick for y'all. And nobody knew who he was talking about, but Pimp C was talking about Puff them in New York way back then. And so eventually they found Pimp C dead in a hotel room because he started exposing some industry, the hip hop industry, the record industry. So he started exposing some of this stuff. So, and then the next thing you know, they found him dead. They say he was in the hotel and had done shot up some drugs or something. You notice a lot of our entertainers, Whitney Houston, they found her in the bathtub dead, said she had been shooting up and it was an overdose. Her daughter, originally, they found her dead in the bathtub, said she was in the bathtub shooting up. Michael Jackson died from overdose of that, what's that name of that drug? And then this guy here, Pimp C, but he had no history of shooting drugs. I mean, he probably smoked a little weed or whatever, but y'all might don't remember Pimp C. A lot of y'all younger folks, because there was a an older rap group. I think they was out of Texas from and And a matter of fact, it was on what's the guy's record company that Megan Thee Stallion is on, that record company. That one I forget the name. I can't think of the name of that record company. But here's the video right here where Pimp C was calling out back in the night. So y'all check it out. Here we go.
Pitching in their kitchen with these boys, and they doing all this. So, and if you gay, that's cool, but be gay and come on out and be that. Don't be in.
Hold on. Here we go. Started from the beginning, y'all.
Flip floppy, they pitching in their kitchen with these boys, and they doing all this. So, and if you gay, that's cool, but be gay and come on out and be that. Don't be in front of us and act like a straight up G, and then you get over here and you letting these boys bust up your back. You seen me naked? I ain't never seen him naked. We don't desire to do no shit like that. We ain't going out like that. And we were wild young teenagers.
Pimp C was a real one. Y'all remember Pimp C? Yeah, man, Pimp C was a real. Let me see, they got my internet signal acting janky again, man. Can't win, boy. I'm trying to get this news to y'all, family, but I can't win, man. God. Dang, I might have to just log off and come back in, man. I'm trying to get y'all some of this hot fire news. Let's go ahead and play the Grady Judd clip. And Grady Judd is doing a phenomenal job. I mean, a phenomenal job. I gotta give it to him. You know, all of us at one point in time, we used to hate law enforcement, and they used to teach us to hate the police and this and that. Listen, if you ain't really doing a whole bunch of crime, don't get me wrong, man. There are some bad apples in the law enforcement agencies, but you can expose these guys so easily, man. But a lot of this crime that's going on, these jitterbugs that's running around here now, you don't even understand, man. Cameras technology is so advanced now. You gotta be a damn fool to be out here trying to commit any crimes and think you're gonna get away with it. Your car has so many sensors and recording devices in it. It'll record you and you'll think, oh man, what's the name? Snitched on me, dog. I had tried to meet up with him, and man, the dude snitched on me. No, you snitching on yourself, bro. Because if you using these high-tech cars nowadays and you running around, them high-tech cars got all types of sensors, recording devices. They linked up with the link, what they call it, the navigation link up in the space and satellites and stuff, man. You just don't understand the technology right now. Obviously, because if you're riding around and you're committing crimes in your car, then you are a damn fool. Okay? I must admit, you are snitching on yourself, because you got to watch what you even say nowadays, man. This is a complete surveillance police government that we are under right now. And if you are running around here doing these crimes, and you know that car has navigation on it, and let me tell y'all a story about what happened with one guy. He got convicted of murder, and he beat the charges when he appealed the charges because of technology that was in the car. So what happened was his buddy came one day and picked him up and said, hey man, come ride up to the little Best Buy with me, man. So I forget what city it was in, and they rolled up there. He said, all right, bet, I'm gonna jump in. He jumped in the car, jumped in the passenger side, rolled up to Best Buy with his homeboy. So his homeboy went in to the Best Buy, I think it was Best Buy, went into the store, and then went in there and pulled out a gun, robbed the store, and then came back, shot somebody, killed him, jumped back in the car, and took off. And then they got chased for a little while, but I think they got away. But the security guard chased them. But what happened was they convicted both of them. And so he appealed it. The guy on the passenger side, the buddy, he appealed it. He said he had nothing to do with the murder. He didn't even know the guy was going in there to rob them or anything. And so his attorney because of technology, his attorney was able to show from the pressure sensors on the seat and also the door sensors on his door, according to what time that the murder and the robbery took place. Let's say, for instance, it's 8:52 right now. So 8:52, the murder happened. But when they pulled the records from the black box on the car, it showed that the gentleman who was on the passenger side during 8:52, he was still in the car. The door had never opened. They also could register the sensors on the seat that his weight was still in that passenger side seat when the robbery and the murder took place. Boom, they had to release him. He beat the charges because of technology. So you can literally use technology to fight your case if you're innocent in law enforcement and in the prosecution process. If you can prove with these technology tools that, hey, I wasn't there, it wasn't me. But see, it's hard to do that now because now you got your phone and everything can basically tell on you. Your phone can tell on you, your car can tell on you. They got intersection cameras where they say, oh yeah, you was here. Here we go. We got your tag number right here coming through the intersection. Or we got your car right here. We got your navigation signal coming through this intersection. So it's hard to beat crime right now. It doesn't pay to be a criminal right now. Trust me. I'm telling you, man. So technology is everywhere. But let's check out this Grady Judd video real quick. And Grady Judd knocked off 145 gang members, man. I think it was like 100 plus something suspects. Man, y'all check this out, man. This out here with crime, man. Y'all got to be some damn fools. I heard they had over 2,000 charges, man. That's insane.
Says there has been a big drop in gang-related shootings in the last year and a half, but it didn't happen on its own. It has taken a lot of hard work from a multi-agency task force, which started early last year. As Fox 13's Carla Byron shows us, the task force is putting these young criminals behind bars and getting guns off the...
All these, once in the hands of violent gang members, are now off the streets. So says Polk County Sheriff Grady Judd.
You have this kind of gun pointed in your face by a teenager, and you go, how did they even get this gun?
The Violent Gang Investigative Task Force recently arrested 19 gang members for inter-gang drive-by shootings, primarily in East Polk County. The multi-agency force was created back in February 2023, when there was a significant jump in gang-related shootings, from 6 in 2019 to 59 in 2020.
Now, just to keep it, y'all do not understand that law enforcement is now using technology tools like the internet, your Facebook account, your Instagram account, your TikTok account. You are some idiots if you are out here doing this type of crimes. Did you see that drive-by shooting somebody did? Now, just to keep it 100, Cuzzo, what's going on? Yes, thanks for the props out. Thanks, Miss Ritter. Yeah. Did you see that one car? Let me back it up right here a little bit. Let me show you something right here, what I was trying to point out. They'll go to guns. They go to the preacher. And these preachers, they get on my nerves, man. Y'all ain't gonna do it. Here go it right here. This part right here. Let me see if I can pull this part up right
was
here.
Created back in February 2023, when there was a significant jump in gang-related shootings.
Okay. Acura. That was an Acura, I believe one of those new Acura cars. And this right here, this is a, let's see. That's a newer model car. It looks like a Chrysler maybe. That's a new model car as well. Bro, if you're around here committing, maybe a Lexus even, if you're committing crimes in cars like this new of a model, bro, you're telling on yourself, bro. Nobody has to snitch on you. You're snitching on yourself. I'm just keeping it buck 100 with you, man. You guys get idiot criminals of the dumbest criminals of the decade. You get the award hands down. That's why we need to read, man, and research and stay up to date on technology, information, data analysis. And see, that's all Grady and them are doing. They're taking the data from your cars. This is how they track y'all down so quick. They taking this from the cars, getting the information, and they can go everywhere this car has been in the last, say, 48 hours, the last 100 hours. They can go in this black box that's inside of these cars. It's just like an airplane. They have a black box that controls and collects all the data, of the car. It could tell how fast you was going. It could tell how many times you hit the brakes. It could tell how many times, like a lot of these insurance companies, they got the little zip drive thing that you can poke, and they say, oh, we'll give you so many for safe driving. We'll give you so many dollars off on your insurance rates. Da, 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 da. That's because they put that little USB drive or that microchip inside of the brain of the car. They call it a CPU. It's where all the data is recorded from the car. Sometimes mechanics, they put the little scan tool right down there in the bottom of your steering wheel, and they plug it in, and they can find out what's wrong with your car. They can find out, well, that's the black box. That is the CPU system of the car, and the car is recording all different data aspects: how fast you were going, how hard you were braking, what's wrong with the car. Is it electronic? Is the window messed up? If the sensor on the trunk messed up? If the camera sensors are messed up? Bro, these cars are literally walking and talking brain box. It's just like having a server in your on four wheels. It collects all the data. And so you're telling on yourself, bro. You're snitching on yourself. Let me finish playing this.
The multi-agency force was created February 2023, and there was a significant jump in gang-related shootings from 6 in 2019 to 59 in 2022. In the 18 months before its creation, Polk County had 87 gang-related and suspected gang-related shootings. Since the task force's creation, the number went down to 61 in 18 months, a 30% increase. They've arrested 144 gang members and associates and recovered 57 firearms, 6 of which were stolen.
Let it be known that these gang members did target other gang members, but only 3 innocent people were sharing this violence.
The sheriff says the gang members market themselves on social media.
Boom, there it is. You dummies are snitching on yourself because you want to be seen, because you want to be relevant, because you like attention. You're an attention seeker. Real criminals, bruh, don't want to be seen. I remember when we was coming up, bro. That's like even like something as simple as smoking marijuana, right? When we were younger. If you seen somebody smoking marijuana, or if it was you smoking the marijuana, you would like go out in the woods, in a secluded area, or, maybe an old beat up car in your backyard, or maybe in the shed or something like that. You didn't do these type of things publicly. You had a sense of respect for others, and you had a sense of respect for yourself. And you didn't want people to know what business you were doing when you knew you was doing something wrong, or you knew you was. But nowadays, you on social media telling everybody, "Oh, I'm a thug. Oh, I'm a real one. I got this many bodies. I got this." They call it bodies now. They like, "Oh man, that got about 4 bodies on him, man." And you trying to say bodies? What are they talking about? Well, they literally talking about either people they have shot, and they're bragging. It's a braggadocious way of saying, like, it's an arrogant way of saying, "Oh, I've shot and killed somebody." Like, who does that? Who cares about somebody you kill? Like, I can see if you killed somebody and it was self-defense or something like that. No, they literally bragging to each other on social media how many guns they got, how big their guns are. Oh, I got this, I got that chopper. Oh, they got this new AK-47 now. I forget what the name of it is. I right at the tip of my head. I have so much information on my mind. It's just kind of difficult.
He's been working with gang resistance intervention programs at schools. Local ministers and pastors are also working with the sheriff to intervene at churches as well.
And I've seen a lot of kids around, from young kids up until 30, 40 years old, and right now and locked up by this man.
Listen, This is gonna be a whole nother discussion about these do nothing preachers and do nothing black church, the do nothing Christians. Family, you had so many years, 50, 60 years, and you're around here still doing the same thing, praying for these young boys. You got to have some type of resources inside of your church. Teach these young men analytics. Give them education, alternative education. Give them different type of vocational skills that you can, I remember I went to a Grady Judd session one time, and I forget, it was one of Grady Judd's second in command guy. He was a black guy. And everybody said their little piece. And back then, this is when I had a Chamber of Commerce. Y'all know I had I used to call it the Polk County African American Chamber of Commerce. I literally had a black chamber where we were focused on creating businesses that can create jobs. And so one of the statements that I made after everybody said their little piece, they was like, anybody else got something to say? We're going to get ready to wrap it up. And I raised my hand. I said, yes, sir. I just want to make one thing clear. I want to give a note that with all violence and criminals, right? If you could teach a criminal how to make 6 digits a year, over $100,000+ a year, working or creating a career for himself or working at a career, trust me, he won't be on the corner selling dope. He will not be breaking into somebody's car. Trust me, he will not be out selling drugs. If you can teach him or you can provide some type of economic resource or some type of economic opportunities for these young men and women, they won't go out and commit crimes. So if you want to address crime in the black community, you must first address poverty in the black community. I digress.
They're going to come on and join the church different from what they did from
different, but you offering him the same thing. Church, we gonna get into this tonight, man. Y'all join us tonight for a session. We're gonna finish talking about crime in the black community and how we can address it and how we can create something different than letting them go to church and praying for them.
And I think that we must, as a church, the Polk County Alliance have met with
these organizations are like counseling type organizations. They just gonna counsel and talk their head off and try to scare them into, they're gonna go to hell if they don't listen. All of that's cool. Pray for them. Hey, listen, I grew up in the church, but I'm telling you from experience, it's going to take more than the black church family. It's gonna take the entire black community with the church, possibly. Can the church do it? Possibly, but most likely, I don't think so. I don't think they're going to need more than the church family, okay? They're going to need more than some word salad and some scriptures, and half of these men don't even know how to interpret the scriptures themselves. And I'm not knocking them, bro, but I'm just telling you, man, we gotta do more, man.
On one occasion. And we divided will fall.
The task force's work isn't over, and more coming soon. In Polk County, Carla Byron, Fox 13 News.
There it is, family. I strongly suggest get out of criminality as your career. Get out of criminality as your career. I'm telling you, because it does not pay. Grady Judd making sure crime does not pay, man. So do you see what they're doing with Puff Daddy? You see how law enforcement is cracking down on crime. They are watching you for years at a time with these technology tools, social media. They're using technology in the car. They're using cell phones. Let me pull something else up real quick. Let me show y'all something that y'all don't even know. Y'all not even aware of, man. This is let's see here. Nope, not right there. Let's see. I'm gonna pull something up for y'all, and I'm just gonna show y'all something real quick. And they've had this technology tool right here since man, I can't even think right now. At least 2005, they've had this thing that can monitor your cell phones. I promise you, bro, you probably have never heard of it, but man, I'm telling you, it is real. Let's see what they call it. Dang it, I forget the name of it. Y'all bear with me. Y'all make sure y'all like and share. Hit the like and share button, man. And I want to thank y'all for joining and tuning in today right now with us, man. We really appreciate that. Thank y'all. Give y'all a round of applause. Yeah, y'all deserve a round of applause. Everybody that's tuning in, make sure. What's up, Stan the man? Thanks for tuning in, bro. Thanks for tuning in, man. That's my boy Stan. He up there in the Atlanta area. Thank you, bro. Thank you for the salute, my dude. Salute. I salute all black men. When y'all come and join these platforms like this, man, and you're really, really, I need your energy, brothers. Y'all don't realize when you tune in and when you like and share and you hit like and share this content, your energy is tapping in with our ancestors, because we need more positive energy in our community, in our networks, and in our environments. And I see Stan the man all the time with young men. I see him with his sons, bro. Salute to you, bro. I'm telling you, bro, I salute you, my dude. I appreciate you. And don't think your efforts are going unnoticed, bro. We really appreciate you. You guys like you standing in the paint, bro. You know what I'm saying? So what's up, Duck? What's going on, Mr. Irvis? Thank you. Thank you for sending us a shout out, man. And I want to send y'all a happy Thursday. Make sure you guys are standing on business, 10 toes down, and y'all getting it done, man. All of black fathers, I salute y'all, man. I salute you if you've been that type of father that has been, in tune with your family, and you're taking care of business, and your wife and your baby mama or whoever she is, man, making sure that them kids see a healthy relationship between the man and the woman. And you're not around here with that foolishness that the liberal parties are pushing, that, oh, you don't need a man, you don't need a woman, y'all. Man, forget that chick, man. No, man, them kids need both parts of parenting in their life, and they need to see that, and they need to see the dynamics of how that interconnects and how that works together. And so when your children grow up, they can have a healthy mindset, and they're not being influenced by all these sideways mind tricks that a lot of these political parties are pushing, these different agendas and these different sex agendas and these different gender agendas. Man, that y'all heard right? I just said gender agenda. That's crazy how gender and agenda has the same verbs. Wow, that was interesting. That was really interesting. Let me look this up real quick, family. This radar system that they have for cars, right? Well, yep. That taps into your cell phone. Y'all bear with me. Make sure y'all hit the like button, man. Make sure y'all share this video with somebody. Make sure, man. Let's see right here. I got it right here. It's called, I know it was. I seen it the other day. It can literally record your cell phone. Yep, it can literally tap into your messages. So while you guys out there, y'all gotta be the idiots of the year. And I'm not. It's called the Stingray system, y'all. So let me show y'all this thing, man. Y'all trip. Man, with technology, that's what I'm trying to tell you, man. It's no way possible that you should be around here lacking in economic education, lacking in social structure. It's just crazy, man. It's crazy. Let me see here. And this gonna be the news. So I'm gonna give y'all the news, so y'all, cause oh, Juice, that's fake, man. Anybody can put that, Juice, cause you got that off of YouTube. YouTube ain't no real. That's not no real news. Okay, YouTube is a university. They're literally a university, man. Let's see. Y'all let me know if I'm skipping. Yep, saying wait right now. Yep. It's tripping, y'all. Y'all just bear with me, man. Bear with me. I'm trying to get this fire to you, man. Yep, though. Turn that all the way off right there. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, it's probably lagging. Y'all bear. Here we go. Here we go right here. Y'all can be able to come back and check it. Y'all will be able to check it out on the back end. You know what I'm saying? If you don't get it now while we're live, just make sure you go back and check the broadcast out. But this is the Stingray system. This is a Stingray system. It's a system that law enforcement has been using since 2005, I think. And this system literally can monitor your cell phone activity. All they got to do is be close in the vicinity you are with this in the police car with this system, and it'll literally track your text messages. I think this invention was created in Israel, and the Israel Mossad. If y'all know what the Mossads are, that's a military force that a lot of people that I think they sending them over here to train our law enforcement. A lot of this Palestinian stuff that's going on right now. Y'all think Israel playing games, man. Israel got one of the most smooth, most powerful military, and it's a small military force. But do you know also in Israel, every person, every team has to go to the military. It's not a choice. You have to go serve like a year or two in the military in Israel every year. I mean, they let nobody skip. So here we go.
Here, or at one of these. It doesn't matter. This can find you. The common name, Stingray. Technically, a cell site simulator. First developed for military, or at one of these. It doesn't matter. This can find you. The common name, Stingray. Technically, a cell site simulator. Developed for military use, it's made its way into local law enforcement. It can track a person down to the room they're in if they have their cell phone on them. Stingrays turn these into homing devices. And that's just the beginning.
These are tracking devices. This is emitting a signal. This is GPS.
Mike Mino with the North Carolina branch of the ACLU has been watching the spread of Stingrays for years.
It's my understanding that the software that a lot of these devices use is capable of capturing things like your text messages, the numbers you're calling and receiving calls from. We know for sure they're getting people's location.
Here's how it works. Cell phones are always trying to connect to nearby cell towers. A Stingray acts like a cell tower decoy. In what's called a man-in-the-middle attack, it tricks cell phones into thinking it's the nearest cell tower, phones connect to the Stingray, and police can access a range of personal information. But they don't just get intel on one phone. Every phone nearby is forced to divert to the Stingray. Calls are passed on to a real cell tower. Data scooped up stays with police.
When you ask them why they're using it, they'll say, well, we're targeting certain individuals, but the nature of the technology is so expansive that you cannot use this without countless innocent people having their data captured as well.
The I-Team has learned at least 3 law enforcement agencies in the Triangle have been using cell site simulators, but they don't like to talk about it, and may not be allowed to. These 2 purchase orders show Raleigh and Durham police bought variations of the Stingray within the last 10 years. Raleigh's purchase order, obtained by the I-Team 2 years ago, shows the department paid more than $120,000 for the device. Separate documents obtained by the ACLU show Durham spent nearly twice that. In spite of those purchase orders, both departments claimed not to be using one when the I-Team asked recently. Raleigh says they stopped using theirs because of outdated technology. With the Stingray, though, secrecy is part of the deal. Durham's contract with the device's manufacturer includes a strict non-disclosure clause, not just about the Stingray, but about the agreement itself and its subject matter.
There is such secrecy around this, and I think it's because it's so powerful.
I have a cell site simulator, and we do use it.
Wake Sheriff Donnie Harrison is the only current law enforcement officer we could find here or elsewhere willing to talk even a little about the device and how it's used.
It's a very useful tool that we use. not only for the bad guys, but for looking people that are lost, looking people that say they're going to commit suicide. Sometimes we have used them for children that's missing that have phones. And basically that's all I'm going to say about it.
Harrison told us Wake County has had a cell site simulator since 2008. He insists they're always within the law and always get a warrant first, but there's very little documentation of stingrays in general here or in any of the cities in which we looked.
Of course, they're not going to talk about it, but we know that these types of technologies have been used. And you see how old that machine is? You see how outdated? This was back early in the 2000s, man. So just imagine now how advanced those types of machines are that they're using, the technology. They probably, man, listen, bro, they literally have things like mockingbirds. They got like a little mockingbird drone. A mockingbird drone that can literally fly and has a camera in it, and they watch people and they record you. This is what I'm trying to tell you, man. Hold on, I'm gonna look this up. Y'all think this is a game, man. These people is not playing. These people are not playing out here. They are not playing. They are not playing. They literally have drones that can like record you and watch you, and it may look like a dragonfly or something on a pole, you know, and you're thinking it's a insect, and it's a dang on police drone watching you. Real talk. Real talk. They got it, man. I'm gonna play it for y'all. I'm gonna definitely play it. Yeah, they use them, and you don't even know they you don't even know them roam, and these people are watching you commit all these crimes, and you just don't get it. You just don't get it. Here we go, right here. I'm just putting some information out here for y'all today, man.
To spy on its own people. That's right, China has been using bird drones for years, and they have perfected this technology, codenamed Dove, to spy on their people. These drones mimic the flapping wings of a real bird, and they have incorporated the following technology: high-definition cameras, GPS technology, flight control systems, facial recognition, and thermal scanning capabilities. I know, it's China, right? We would never do anything like this in the United States. Actually, too late. As crazy as it may seem to think that the US government would use any type of drone technology to spy on its own people, the reality of it is decades ago, the CIA was using pigeons with high-definition cameras to spy on Americans. Why do I bring this up? Because if agencies have used similar technology decades ago to spy on its people, should we really be that surprised if they used newer, even better technology to do it again, even in the United States? Now, before I go any further down this rabbit trail, let's ask the real important question here. Is any of this legal? Here is the sad reality. The United States Supreme Court has not kept up with changing technology. In fact, Fourth Amendment case law is decades behind when it comes to regulating technology like drones. So currently, we are left with referring to existing case on the use of that drone, which would now make all of the use of these drones under public record. We have been covering how to spy on you, and if the public could have been on their own. This case made it even more specific by rule.
Okay, y'all get the picture. Think about it, man. It's way more cost effective for them to have drones and flying these big gas guzzling helicopters. And I remember one time I was outside, right? And I was just sitting out by my pool. And I just so happened to keep hearing like this buzzing sound, but I couldn't really see anything. And I kept looking up and I kept looking up and I kept looking up. And then I so happened to walk out the front of the house maybe like 5 minutes later, and literally I saw this drone hovering over my house. And I'm not saying they were looking at me, but they was possibly looking for somebody in the area, or maybe they were spying on somebody in the area. So just trying to keep it a buck 100, man. They've had this technology for ages, man. So I just wanted to point that out real quick to y'all, man. And we're going to come back later on and chop up this Puff Daddy thing, man, because this thing is getting real heavy, man. And so I want y'all to be informed and aware that it is a lot of evil and corrupt happening in this country, and you are about to have a front row seat at straight pandemonium. You think things were pandemonium during the pandemic, but watch what happens here in the next couple of months, man, especially coming up to this election. I don't even think we're going to have an election. I'm just be honest with you. I think something very corrupt or detrimental is going to pop out of the woodwork, and these people are going to start fighting, and you just better be ready. I would strongly advise you to collect food, canned goods, water. I've always stated this. Make sure you have some type of fallout package and whatnot, because family, this thing is gonna get real interesting, and it's gonna get real bad real fast. Make sure you call your loved ones, let them know it's time to prepare. My grandma used to always have a saying. She said, baby, prepare for war in the time of peace. Prepare for war in the time of peace. And I've had a lot of mature older folks have always mentioned that same thing. In other words, get prepared, stay prepared. If you get ready, and you won't have to be ready when it's time to be ready. So remember that, family. Peace and love.